Alright, so everyone knows consumables are bad in Elden Ring, but how good are they in Nightreign?
Huh?
Oh my god. We're cooked.
Yeah, boy.
The rules of this challenge are simple. I can only use consumables to inflict damage. In other words, I cannot use my weapon, character skill, or ultimate to harm an enemy. For the sake of this video, a consumable is considered to be anything on this list, conveniently titled Consumables. And this video will not end until I've defeated a Night Lord or gone insane. Enjoy. This is gonna suck, but I'm actually super excited for this. Can you beat Nightreign with only consumables? Let's find out. Alright, so the goal here is simple. We need to take out this camp first. I'm gonna break all the boxes before I do anything, and if we're lucky, we'll get some pots that I can use to take these guys out. The reason I'm playing as Executor is because of his passive. Tenacity gives us an attack boost whenever we recover from a status effect. And this applies to consumables too, so honestly, that's fine. If we're gonna die, we might as well get it out of the way early. This goes without saying, but we really don't want to die later in this run. I cannot afford to lose my runes in this challenge, and you'll see exactly why. Gonna hit level 2 here. We need about 8,000 runes for level 3, but we're not gonna do that right now. I'll tell you where we're going next shortly, but first, if you want to try this run out for yourself, then you can find this build and others just like it on the Mobalytics wiki page for Executor. They've partnered with a bunch of different Souls creators, so there's a lot of interesting builds right now. Even if you don't have Nightreign yet, there's a ton of info on other games that you probably do own. So go ahead and check them out using the link in the description below. Everyone say hello to the merchant. He has wares and we have coin. There are two really important items that he sells that we need to buy, and the first is fire pots. He sells unlimited fire pots, and these are going to be our primary way of doing damage in this run. He also sells an item pouch for 5,000, which we're going to pick up a little bit later. But for now, we need fire pots so that we can farm some runes. Okay, did a little bit of mining off screen, but we're up to 10,000 runes now. I'm gonna use these to buy some more fire pots in our 8th and final item slot. Now that we have everything we need, let me tell you guys the game plan. As I'm sure you noticed by now, we are challenging Noster. Out of all the Night Lords in the game, this insect is the weakest to fire, taking a massive 40% plus residual damage if you can lead them off to flame. With 18 pots in our inventory, these relics, and the Executor's passive damage boost, we should have everything we need to beat the boss. But before we can make it to him, we have to clear 2 knights first. This would usually be a problem. Because of the ad phase before each boss, if we waste too many resources here, then we won't have enough for the boss itself. Luckily, if we take too long to beat the wave, then the boss will spawn in and kill these ads for us. That's when we dump all of our fire pots on the boss itself, landing stance breaks here and there to boost our damage by an additional 20%. If everything goes according to plan, and I do mean everything, then by the end of night 2, we can run up to a nearby merchant and use the runes from the boss fight to buy a full inventory of fire pots for the Night Lord. Now, some of you might hear all of that and think,
Are you serious right now, bro?
And to that I say,
laranja, acerola e mel. Uma doçura.
alright, I'm going to pick up this flask from the church, and then we're going to kill these enemies for some runes. First though, this bonfire is going to boost our fire damage, and tenacity will give us another 20%. We are going to need a full inventory of fire pots for what we're going to do next, so I'm going to use these buffs to take this guy out too. He gives a ton of runes. Okay, that took way more pots than I expected, but it was still worth it. Now we have enough runes to buy these pots and attempt the next step of our plan. We're taking on the demi-human queen. Oh! Look at that damage. She's 20% weak to fire, so these pots are gonna melt her. I'm gonna do my best to catch the others in the crossfire. Get it? Crossfire. We have a chance to get a legendary from this. Let's see what we get. Dang, it's just a blue. I'll take the negation. We're up 32,000 runes now. Gonna hit level 4. We're super close to level 5. That should be enough. Okay, I'm just gonna fill up on fire pots and make our way out of the crater. The game plan right now is to hit the basement of the castle, along with some obvious rewards that we get for beating the boss. We also have a shot at a companion jar talisman from the chest upstairs. That'll give us a 20% boost to all pots thrown, but we might not be able to get it. There's really only 2 bosses that we can reliably kill with just fire pots, and they're gonna be Leonine and the ancient hero of Zammer. Both of these guys are super weak to fire, and they get flinched by pots, which is huge. If we get anybody else though, especially Elmer, then we're just gonna have to leave because he isn't worth the trouble. Okay, these guys are free runes. I hear a scarab on the left here. Let's see if we can get a companion jar. Ever since this game came out, I've been hearing these scarabs in real life too. When I edit this, I'm gonna sprinkle in some scarab sounds throughout the video just to mess with you. Before we go in, I'm gonna reload on fire pots. All right, moment of truth. Yes, we got Leonine. Okay, relax, relax, we're good. Oh my God, I'm nervous. I'm choking.
Let me tell you something! Let me tell you something!
Oh my God. I accidentally butt scratched before throwing the pot. That is not good. I'm gonna try again. I'm running out of time. There it is. Yeah, we don't have enough time. I'm gonna have to run. That's okay though. Enemies don't heal in this game, even if we sit at a gray, so we can always come back. If we're gonna beat the boss, then I need to fill up on pots. Oh, it's gonna be close. Oh my God, bro, what am I? Okay, that's not the worst thing. I mean, it's pretty bad. We'll have less HP and stamina, but levels actually don't impact your pot damage in this run. In other words, we'll do the same amount of damage at level 1 that we do at level 15. Honestly, the levels are just for convenience and survivability. As long as we get a good boss, then this is definitely still possible. Okay. I'm just gonna stall out the ads here. Okay, just a little bit longer. I'm just gonna keep rolling, just gonna stay alive until the boss spawns in. Okay, let's see who it is. Gotta be kidding me. Smelter demon. The smelter demon, of course it's a smelter demon. What other boss would it be? I might just go back to playing bosses. This is just too much RNG. This is just unfortunate. Wait a minute. No, wait a minute. There's one more item. There is one more thing we can use. All right, the new plan is simple. I'm gonna build this recluse around the wraith calling bell. Thanks to our relic, we actually start with it, but I'm still gonna use whatever pots and knives I can find to save FP. I'm using the recluse for 2 reasons. One, she's tied with a revenant for the most FP out of all the night fares, which we're gonna need a lot of. Second reason, I'll tell you when we get to the next location. For now, I'm gonna clear out this camp and get some runes. That will never get old. Normally I'd be looking for spell casting buffs, but the bell doesn't benefit from these. That's because the game considers it to be a consumable. Gonna hit level 2 here. The game plan right now is to hit the cathedral. We have a relic that gives us a permanent 5% attack boost for every Evergel we clear. So I'm gonna see if I can find a stone sword key. If we get lucky and find one, that's good. If we don't, that's okay as well. The second reason I'm playing as recluse is because of her magic cocktail. Most of you guys already know this, but she can pull residue from anything that's been hit with an element. What you might not know is that the Wraith Calling Bell leaves magic residue on enemies that we hit, so whenever you collect residue that's purely magic, you actually get FP back. And it's more FP than we spent on the attack itself, so we can pretty much do this forever. The problem is that it's really slow though, so we're still gonna want as much FP as possible. Damn, no key. Guess I'll take the shard. We're gonna hit a rise next because I have an insane relic that gives us more FP for every contraption we release. Gonna stop at this church first though. Nice, we got a golden foot. I'm gonna save these and pop them whenever we fight a strong boss. The extra runes are gonna be huge. All right, let's head over to the rise. You might have already noticed, but we're fighting the final boss this time around. This build is so strong that I'm pretty confident we can beat him. He can proc a lot of different status effects though, so I'm gonna eat any boluses I find. Boluses give permanent resistance to status effects for the entire expedition, so eat your boluses. Even if you're not doing a consumable only run, eat your boluses. Let's check the fort nearby to see if there's a key.
Still playing games. You don't even help with bills. You need to get a job. I come home every day crying. We're gonna lose the house. Where are the cats gonna go? Jordan, for real.
Wow, what are the odds? I'm gonna lead him outside so I can fight him in the open. It's gonna waste a little bit of our time, but if we can kill him, then the juice is definitely worth the squeeze. The recluse's dodge is so good. This is exactly where we want him. Okay, he's finally down. 45,000 runes, that's huge. All right, thanks to that invasion, we are level 6 first night, not bad. And because of his power, every grace we get from here on out is gonna give us a 5% attack boost. You guys hear that? Is he real? You'll never know. Gonna hit this church before taking on the boss. Nice, another foot. Think I have enough time to take her out before the circle closes? Runes acquired. All right, let's see which boss it is.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no.
You gotta be kidding me. It's time. It's time to smelter this demon. Sorry. Okay, we can do this. Just focus and we'll be fine. Gonna keep my distance. Take it slow. Yeah, we have to stay back.
Fuck.
Wait, what? I'm way back here and I'm still getting burned. I am completely out of flasks. This is gonna be close. God, that was a close one. I am sweating. Just realized I had a warming stone. The plan for night 2 is simple. I'm gonna get my revenge on this thing first. There's a lot of things we could do right now, but the best use of our time is gonna be the rot forest. Because we're using the Wraith Calling Bell, these boss fights are gonna take a long time to beat, so we need to start this force as soon as possible. By the end of it, we should have a ton of runes and a really good chance of surviving the final boss. There's one more super important reason why we're using this shifting earth, and I'll explain what that is after we grab the map. The tides are closing in. We're running out of time. Okay, we got the map. It looks like the power's up here. So the other thing that we want to do, which will really help us out for the fight, is find a rot pot. These pots are really strong. Heal store is very weak to rot. Nice, we got one. I don't know if one's going to be enough though. If we're lucky, maybe one pot can do it, but we definitely want 2 just in case. Let's see who the first boss is. Okay, Draconic Tree Sentinel, this is doable. So far, so good. Gonna go ahead and pop this for the extra runes. 80,000 runes. That is why we do the rot forest. Level 10 right now, really close to level 11. That should do it. I wanted to do another boss, but the tide's already rolling in. That's okay though, because 11 is doable. We can work with that. I just hope I get a good boss. It's the magma worm. This has got to be up there for the worst designed boss in FromSoft history. Look how goofy his moveset is. Okay, I need to make sure I pop this before I kill him. All right, that took 8 minutes, but we are finally done. Let's take on the final boss. Gonna play it safe here and buy an extra life. Also take 2 starlight shards. We only ended up finding 1 rot pot, so fingers crossed, hopefully this works. This boss has like 5 phases, so we're gonna need all the help we can get. Okay, we got this. He's pretty slow in this form, so we should be good. Yo! Okay, relax, relax. Easy. Okay, phase 2 down. He's not getting rotted. I'm gonna have to be careful here. He can kill us in like 2 hits. There we go. Damn, he got me. Dodge in. Back up. And to the left. Oh no! Too early. I have to dodge this. I have to dodge this or it's over. Oh! How am I still alive? Oh my god. That was crazy. Subscribe.
Bye-bye.